In this video, we're going to go through installing the Kami extension, and then we're going to go through a practice Kami assignment that I put together. So the first thing you need to do is install the Kami extension. If you go to kami.app/extension or click on the link in the instructions, it will bring you to the Chrome Web Store, and you can add the Kami extension to Chrome. Once you install the extension, go ahead and close out of Chrome and open it back up. Okay, that'll make sure that the extension's installed and your license is active. Right. Here's the practice Kami assignment that I put together. I'm going to go through each step of the assignment, and we'll complete it together. For the first part, it asks you to use the Markup Tools to highlight the last clause and underline the word crazy anytime you see it. So I'm going to go to the Markup tool here, and I'm going to click the text highlighter. And then I'm going to go to the last clause, which is from the word because all the way to the word do, and I'm going to highlight it. So notice it now turns yellow. Next, it asks to underline the word crazy anywhere I see it. So I'm going to click on the underline tool, and then double click on the word crazy. Now the word crazy also appears here in the last clause. If I double click on it, you'll notice I cannot underline it. So if you want to underline something, you need to underline it first and then highlight it. Down here, it says use the comment tool to respond to the statement below with the text comment. So I'm going to click on the comment tool. We have a couple different options here. We have a text comment, a voice comment, video comment, and a screen capture. We're going to go with the text comment, and then I'm going to click on the sentence here. So notice I get a comment box right here. So in that box, I could type my comment, and then when I'm done, I can just go ahead and click on the select tool. So that comment, anytime I click here, will pop up off to the side. The next tool that we're going to cover is the text box tool. So the directions say, answer the question below by creating a text box in the blank space. So the question says, in what sense is scientific knowledge tentative? Now, if you're not familiar with the word tentative, you can click on the link and it will open a new tab with the definition of tentative. So the word tentative means unsure, uncertain, not definite or positive, or hesitant. Another word is temporary. So in what sense is scientific knowledge temporary? So think about the coronavirus. Our knowledge of the coronavirus has evolved over the last couple months. So think about in what sense is scientific knowledge tentative? So we'll click on the text box tool. You have an option here to change the font size, color. So I'm going to go ahead and click on 18-point font, and then I'm just going to click underneath here. It'll give me the option to write my answer here. All right. When you're done, you can click on the select tool, and your text box will remain. All right. Now we're going to use the equation editor. So I have 3 different equations here, and we're going to recreate those using the equation tool. So if I click on the equation tool, you have the option of changing the font size and the color, just like before. I'm going to go ahead and click in this box. And I'm going to write A plus B using the keyboard. Now the arrow can be found by clicking on this pi symbol. This will toggle all of the symbols that we have available. And then if you scroll down, you should see one that has an arrow. If you click on that arrow, it will insert it in your equation. And then I can finish it off with AB. All right, we're going to insert another equation below that by clicking in the box. Now, I'm going to type A. To get the square, you're going to press Shift on your keyboard and then the number 6. You'll see that little arrow above the 6. That's what we want. So I'm going to go ahead and type in A2 now. And then if I press the right arrow on my keyboard, it'll come out of the exponent. Okay, I'm going to continue with plus B. And again, I'm going to press Shift on my keyboard, the number 6, and watch my cursor. It pops up to the exponent. I'll type the number 2, and then the right arrow to come down from the exponent. Equals C, and one last time. Shift 6, 2. And then when I'm all done, I'll click the select tool. Now, if you notice, when I type my equation, it kind of moved it down here. So if I click on this, it'll allow me to drag my equation. So again, it's the 4 arrows. If I click on that, it'll move it around. I can also change the font, like if I wanted to go a little bit bigger, I could do it just like that. All right, let's do our third equation. So I'm going to click on the equation tool, and then I'm going to click on the empty space. Oops. So let's go ahead and type this out. So A, now to get a subscript, you're going to press Shift and then the underscore button. The underscore button is the key located to the right of the 0 key. It's just that flat line. Notice my cursor goes down below 2. And then again, I'm going to press the right arrow to come out of the subscript. Plus B, again, Shift, underscore, 2, press the right arrow again, equals C, underscore, 2. Okay. And again, if I mouse over, I can click on the 4 arrows. I can change the font size. I can delete it. Okay, a couple different options there. Next, it says use the drawing tool to solve the math problem below. Show your work. So I'm going to click on the drawing tool. You have the option of making your line a little bit thicker if you want. You can change the colors. So if you have a stylus on your computer, you should be able to pull your stylus out at this point and write. If you don't have a stylus, you could also use your finger, or you could use your mouse. So you have 3 options: stylus, finger, mouse. So let's see, if I were solving this math problem, I would want to subtract 2 from both sides. I'm going to use the mouse on my computer, so I apologize for the bad handwriting. 3x equals 20 minus 2 is 18. And I'm going to divide both sides by 3. So the 3's cancel. 18 divided by 3 is equal to 6. And like a good math student, I'm going to circle my final answer. Okay, so that's the drawing tool. That is the primary reason we're using Kami this semester, or this year rather, is for the handwriting input, which will make your life in chemistry a lot easier. All right, the final direction on this page is to use the Shapes tool to insert a green square and a red triangle below. So I'm going to click on the Shapes button, and it says to insert a green square. So I'm going to click on the green and then the square, and then a red triangle. So if I mouse down here, I could select red, and then I'm going to do a triangle. Look at that, it even gives me the angle measurements. All right, and just like before, if I click on the select tool and I mouse over, oops, let's try that again. Yeah, if I mouse over, it will allow me to move our object. Okay, the shapes, it's a little bit harder to select it. You have to be right over the line. All right. Next, I'm going to scroll down to our final page here. And it says, use the image tool to insert a picture from Google of Mae Jemison, the first black woman to travel into space. So I'm going to go to the image tool here, and I'm going to go down to Google search. I'm going to type in Mae Jemison. Okay, her picture comes up, and then I'm going to click select. I put it wherever I want. I'm going to drop it right there. And then if I go to the bottom of the page, it says now insert a blank page and use the image tool to add a superstar science sticker. Submit this as a practice assignment on Google Classroom when finished. So I'm going to click the Add More Pages button. I want one blank page. All right, so it adds a blank page. And then I'm going to go to the stickers button here, and I want to find the Superstar Science right here. Pow. I can make this giant if I wanted to. Yeah. All right. So back on Google Classroom, you would just turn this assignment in, and you are done. Congratulations. You've survived this Kami tutorial.